Hello everyone, I'm Trace. Welcome to my channel. I thought I'd do something different for a Sunday. I am using my Angel Therapy deck here. This is the Doreen Virtue, a very old deck. Angel Therapy, I got it as a pre-loved deck, and I thought let's do a little pick a card. So if you want to see card number 1 or card number 2, I'm going to just turn them over now as we go. This is what I chose for social media this morning. I have a Facebook page and I put it on, and then I come back, say 5 hours later, and I show everybody what the card is and the meaning. So let's see what it is. Pile 1. If you chose pile 1, your card is, if you get nervous, focus on service. And we've got, put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So this is about you being in a place of worry. Perhaps you've put the news on this morning and you've seen what's happening in the world and you've thought, oh my gosh, how's that going to impact me? How's the rest of the world's, maybe there's some natural disasters that have happened that you're feeling so heavy about. Maybe there's cruelty going on in the world, and you get a little bit nervous and you have a little bit of fear that bites away at your tummy. So that one is saying to you, you and those around you have outside factors that bring all sorts of fear. And that's the way we think. That's the way we process things. And that's because you're a human. You're living a human existence here. We have a planet of duality where we sometimes have happiness and joy and healing and love. And then we also have some really, really hard things that we have to go through. And this can control you. This can, sort of bring your whole energy down. But what this card is saying to you, that worries are very real, and what it's asking you is, how can you make this world a better place? What can you do? And the answer is simply start with you. Live a more connected life, less ego, less worry, less that sort of heaviness that comes with that kind of living, with the fear that you wake up every morning and say, oh, because there's actually nothing you can really do about that. There's perhaps if there's cruelty around you, yes, of course you can enter in your local neighborhood and you can do something about it, but obviously safely. But live a more connected life with less ego and more service to the divine, because this is what the saying is: focus on service, focus on that strong connection that you have with something bigger than yourself. And the ego concentrates on asking you, what if I can't do this? But your higher self is saying, focus on the blessings and the gratitude of life, because that is what this card is saying to you. In these times when you go through fear, the only thing you really can do is focus on the blessings. So open your heart and put your higher self in charge and ask, how can I serve? So that is what this card is saying to you. Now, there is a little visualization you can do with this card, and sit quietly and imagine a little white bubble protecting you. Put your hand on your heart and feel the love and energy that your heart provides. And imagine those around you that need healing. And then feel your heart opening, and then allow your heart to just get warmer and warmer and warmer, and send that healing out to the people around you, and send love and gratitude and that kind of energy to them. And you can, in that space, you'll see yourself a little bit big, a little bit sort of larger than the negativity that's going on. And that is the service that this card is saying that you can focus on. And when you get into that zone, your thoughts change. Then you can imagine those people healing. You can imagine those people having all the material needs they need. And you can also imagine your life getting better. And then all of a sudden, your focus is different now. It's not on the fear. It's not on the negativity. It's about giving back automatically. And the universe feels that and hears that and starts providing more of that for you. So pile 1, that is a lovely, comforting message for you today. Right? And then the second card, which is the bright pile, let's take this out the way. You've got, cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from the destructive patterns. Sure. So any of you out there that have chosen this card, you probably, in fact, we all have negativity with connections around us, and sometimes it can really interfere with us. And you can see Archangel Michael standing there with a sword of light, waiting to cut any cords that you're experiencing that are negative and toxic. So, as I said, negativity comes from all sorts of connections that we have in our lives, and it can interfere with us. It actually can even make it so toxic for us that we live in constant fear. And that's a powerful energy, that toxic fear that people live in. So anytime that you or connection with somebody else is experiencing this, imagine a cord attached to that person. So like a leash attached to you and them. And that is what you need to cut. And it's attached to you both. So it's coming from that person to you. And you may have cords with lots of people. You may have cords with people that are living and people that have passed over. It could be your parents, it could be siblings, it could be any kind of lovers relationship that you've had. You could even have this kind of relationship, a toxic relationship with a client. Perhaps you're even in a business that you've had some kind of a dealings with, and now it's become quite toxic and needs to be severed. So these cords need to be cut, because this energy can actually give you physical attributes in your body. So don't be ashamed of this, and don't feel, oh, I'm having those toxic thoughts about a person, or you're afraid to cut them. Know that when you think of that person, you're still attached to them. So I think the best thing to do here is to let's say a little prayer out loud. Think of this prayer or say it silently to yourself. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Please cut the cords of fear that have been blocking and draining me in the past. I'm now willing to trade all pain for peace. And I think if you think of that specific person in this process and you ask Archangel Michael to help you to release the fear from that relationship, you'll feel so differently after that little prayer. Let's say it again. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Please cut the cords of fear that have been blocking or draining me in the past. I'm now willing to trade all the pain for peace. So just close your eyes and say that to yourself when you're thinking of that person, and feel the energy change inside of you. But don't worry, if it's with a lover or your husband or wife, the love won't change in you. The situation that has built up will change. And if you need to repeat it until you don't feel so drained or don't feel so blocked, carry on doing it, as the cords will grow back every time the fear returns in the relationship. So this is just a little prayer that you can do with something that you're attached to another human being, or even a situation. So pile 2 or right side card, that is your card today, and I hope that helps you feel a little bit lighter this afternoon. Take care, and we'll chat to each other soon.